Hey friends, what's going on? I've been off socials for a while, and I thought it might be fun to kick things off with 30 days of just this, you and me, one on one, talking to the camera, and I wanted to do this for a few reasons. First is kind of selfish for me. I'm a bit out of practice talking to the camera. I'm a bit out of practice talking in front of groups, so I wanted to get better at that. And then, secondly, I think is less selfish, but for us, for you, I want to teach writing. I want to teach you how to be a better writer, and I think the short reel form, that's on Instagram, or the shorts on YouTube, or the TikTok videos, I think they do a disservice to us. I think our attention spans are not happy with how we are going about learning these days. And so I thought doing some mid-form content like this, 8 minutes, you and me in front of the camera for the next 30 days would be fun. And so if you want to stick around, follow along, you're more than welcome to. If you have questions about writing, anything you want to talk about, pop it in the comments. I'll bring it up. I have no plan for this. Like this, I wrote some notes on a note card, and that's it. That's all I got for this. And I wanted to go about it this way because I want to work on my extemporaneous speaking when it comes to writing. And I think talking about writing is probably one of the most important things we can do as people, because writing is our souls, right? Writing is how we communicate as people. It's one of the things that elevated us as humans. And if you don't believe me, just follow this logic for a little bit. So if you think about a thing, you've done some work. And then if you speak about a thing, like that kind of solidifies it. But when you write about a thing, when you sit down and you wrestle with it and you work the idea and you come back and you edit it, what happens over the course of that writing process, not only are you better because you've actually done the work, you've done the hard work of writing, you've solidified what you believe more, so that actually, like, hey, when it comes to this topic, say you're a fitness professional, when it comes to fat loss, like, what do I actually believe? I'm not, instead of just parroting what your mentors say, maybe it's more important that you solidify your true beliefs, and you solidify who you are and what your voice sounds like. And so when you go to write, you do that. You've wrestled with the ideas, instead of just having like, oh, I thought about this one time, and then I had a conversation with someone over here, and this is kind of what I believe. That's wishy-washy. I don't think we need to be wishy-washy people. I want us to be people who actually firmly believe what we believe, and we know what we believe. And that's what writing does. It forces you to look hard at your belief systems and why you believe and choose to believe what you do, and why you think in a certain way. And that's hard, right? To actually sit down and work on your thinking. That's the most difficult thing in the world, but you are so much better at it. The people I know who are the best speakers, who are the best in front of crowds, they've worked their ideas over and over and over again until it comes naturally to them. And so that's I think the first reason why writing is so important. It makes us better human beings. It makes us know who we are. It makes us understand like the other sides better. Because like say you take on a contentious political thing. You write about it, and you write about it from this perspective, you write about it from that perspective. And by the end of your writing, you're confident in why you believe what you believe. But typically what also happens is that you understand the other side's position better. And not only are you able to destroy them better, but like Ender Wiggins said in Ender's Game, like at the moment that you truly love your opponent and you truly understand them, that's when that you can crush them the best, right? And so it allows you to create compassion. It allows you to understand, and it refines how you think about something. So that's reason number one. Reason number two, I think writing is so important, especially now with all the AI generated content. If writing is thinking refined, like I said, if you believe that proposition or proposition, if you believe that, then you can see how outsourcing your writing to AI can be dangerous, right? Because if you go to Chat GPT or Gemini or whatever, person that you're talking to, whatever robot you're talking to, and you say, hey, can you write me something on this subject? What you're saying to the computer is, you're saying, I don't have the time to think about this. Can you do the thinking for me? Now, that's not always bad. I love using AI tools to help me in my process, to fill gaps, to help me write my headlines if I'm struggling with them, to help me flesh out ideas. But what I do have to recognize, like when I do that, that means I am not thinking about how I think. And that's super dangerous. Also, what tends to happen with this kind of content is my belief is that AI cannot iterate. It can't make up new stuff. It can only take the input that it's been given and remix it. And so for creatives, for business owners, for people who want to be people of substance, people of interest, if you rely on AI writing for everything, you're not going to create anything new. You're just going to be echoes of everyone else. You're just taking little pieces of data and recombining them. And so if you want to be new, if you want to actually connect with people with story, with content, with things that matter to them and matter to you, then you're going to have to rely on your writing skills and not the AI's skills. I think the third reason, this is where we get a little less technical and a little bit more spiritual with our thoughts. Writing clears the debris from your soul. When you sit down and you write, and it can be anything. It can be like a story that you're writing for your kids. It can be gratitude journaling or affirmations or whatever. When you sit down to do that, by the end of the 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long you set aside to write, there's a weight that's lifted and you feel better. Like writing is not just for publishing. Sometimes writing is just for you. Like I said, like go back to the beginning, writing is thinking refined. And so sometimes I just write for myself so I know how to talk about a thing. Like everything we just talked about, I've written about 10, 20, 30 times. Like I know where I stand when it comes to writing. I know where I stand when it comes to AI content. But this idea, this cleaning of your soul, it's something we don't really talk about. Like when you do something creative and you get lost in it, or you get in what we call flow state, that's when your soul feels just enlivened and refreshed and happy. And so I think writing is this unique thing. Like it's something that you don't get from any other creative process. Even video, even, drawing, even, hard media, whatever, you don't get that same kind of integration of thought and creativity. And so that's why I think writing is so important. Also, if you write well, it can make you a ton more money in your business. It can make you a much happier business owner and happier person and more connected with your customers. So like, hey, there's actually some financial benefit to learning to write well. And so that's what we're going to be talking about over the next 30 days, I guess 29 days, because today is day 1. Over the next 30 days, we're going to dig in and we're going to talk about writing. So from sentence structure to copywriting to content writing, maybe even we'll have a discussion about iambic pentameter. We'll go back to Shakespeare's time and talk about that. Whatever you want to talk about, we'll dig into when it comes to this subject. I'm just obsessed with it because really, like I said, most of us suck at writing. Like this is something that I have been mulling over for a long time. If I can help just a fraction of the best voices in the world elevate their writing, then everyone wins. All the MLM goons, the fitfluencers, the sales bunnies, all those people lose because the voices that should be elevated are elevated. That's what we're focusing in on. That's what we're going to be talking about. And the reason we're doing it in this medium long format is because I think this shows connection. Like there are zero cuts here. This is me. This is what I believe, and I think that's important. So I said a lot. Enough for now. Go write something.